Please. Hare Krishna. So we are back. So the next slide shows like, is this the yoga then? No, this is also not yoga. You may name it as a balancing act. Yes, that is, proper title. Then, is this a beer yoga? I mean, they name like that, beer yoga. They drink beer and, they do yoga. This is just some exercise. And this lady is like, putting the, this what, goat on her back. The goat will not stand still, will keep dancing like with all his four hind limbs and forelimbs and all. So that will be like a massage on her back. That will be good, like somebody's massaging. But you cannot name it as a yoga, right? So the yoga is different. Now, like in many corporate world, corporate office, they give like this chair yoga. Well, you sit on the computer and continuously watching and doing so many things only through computer. Nowadays, everything works, right? So they become full stiff and my eyesight, everything, gets a problem. So they are given a separate room or separate, the session, some time is given to relax, just relax yourself. So they stretch themselves and they do all this yoga. You can say stretch, just to recover yoga. I mean, not yoga, recovering or some name you can keep, but you cannot term it as yoga. Like all this running, jogging, and muscle toning exercise and all. So you cannot name it as. But nowadays, that is what is in vogue. People name it as yoga, and people are so attracted for yoga. And what they teach is all toning muscles and squatting and all these things. These are not yoga at all. And what is yoga? There are some books also which are sold. Physical and mentally health yoga. Then for pregnancy, there are yoga, wellness yoga, back care yoga, desktop yoga. Secrets, yoga secrets for business success. Business success ke liye yoga. I don't know who's writing, and there are fools who are buying also and make him rich. And then a chair yoga. Then what? Yoga for Katzen. Cat ke liye yoga. Then weight loss yoga. Office yoga. Tennis yoga. There are plenty books are available. If you keep reading all this, there's no chance of recovering back. You'll remain insane forever then. So what is yoga is Ashtanga yoga. That is what we are learning in Bhagavad Gita. So this is what is called yoga. And what is that Ashtanga yoga? Ashtanga yoga involves self-discipline through methods of focusing the mind, meditation, concentration, sitting postures, restraining the movement of internal circulation of air, etc. So all these things put together is called yoga, and that 8 limbs of the yoga. There are 8 different parts of the yoga, what we will learn. That is called Ashtanga yoga. And this is written in Bhagavatam 2.5.16, not concocted by anybody. Somebody has put up this. No, Bhagavatam is such a good old scripture, right? I mean, so it is written there. So we can quote from Bhagavatam, like, this is Ashtanga yoga. And what is now Ashtanga yoga? We'll see. There is 8-limbed connection. First is Yama. Yama means what? External discipline. Niyama is internal discipline. And what is external discipline is mentioned in each shloka, which we'll cover in the next slide. Asana, how to sit, how your posture should be. That is meditation sit. Then pranayama, breath control, inhalation, exhalation, and then hold it. Again, after the exhalation, hold it in the vacuum. All this thing will be taught and you'll need to do in this Ashtanga yoga. Then comes pratyahara, withdrawal of all senses, control of senses. And not only control of senses, control of mind also. Then you can concentrate. That is dharana. Then dhyana, totally absorbed in that, that dharana, which is called dhyana. And then samadhi, that is the last ultimate thing. Like there are many acharyas, many great saints. They go into samadhi. They just leave the body that way. By their will, they can get merged or whatever they term it. But they go in samadhi. There are many acharyas are there. What I can remember is forgot the name. I forgot. Raghavendra. Raghavendra Mutt, it's very close by for us. So Raghavendra Swami is one, like, who has gone into samadhi. There are many acharyas. So we will see what are these, yama, niyama, and all. Yoga is not just a physical exercise. The word yoga comes from the Sanskrit root, yuj. Yuj means what? Yujyate anena iti yoga. Means yoga is joining, uniting, or binding with the Supreme. Then Ashtanga yoga means 8 limbs of yoga. It is an 8-step process of connecting with the Supreme Being by meditating on his form in the heart. Just meditate him. Keep that in your mind and then keep doing japa. Now, first element called yama. What is that yama? Consisting of 5 different ethical principles. That is truth, non-violence, covetousness, condemnation, and abstention from stealing. So all this external discipline, these are called external discipline. And now what second is internal discipline. What is that? The second element called niyama consists of self-consciousness, penance, contentment, worship, and purity. Like, for example, you people are coming to this 3 p.m. class. This is a niyama. Like, you're aware what you're doing. And it's like a penance. 3 p.m. Yes, I have to attend. Come what may. Now see, the power went off. Still, you people were waiting. Like, Mathaji will come. The class will somehow we will have to continue. So you had that patience and all. This is called penance. That patience, yes, we will continue to do that. Then contentment, get satisfied, worship, and purity. The third element is called asana. How to keep your posture straight. Asana is a posture in which one sits relaxed, stable, comfortable, and motionless for a period of time. When you do meditation and all, it's not like 5 minutes you sit, then your back is aching, then you stretch. No, you sit itself, your posture itself should be in such a position that you're comfortable sitting in that posture for long hours. So that is called asana. All the details are given in this shlokas. Okay, we'll see. The fourth element called pranayama or breath control is the inflow and outflow of breath. Take inhalation from one nostril, hold it, and then leave it. I mean, there's a time period, like when you take 5 counts of breathing in, then 5 counts hold it, then 10 counts leave it out. Then absolutely no air in our body, then leave it. And then in the vacuum state, be for 5 counts. Again, take from this other nostril from where you left the air. So take it there and then hold it and they begin, bring it. So there are different methods people follow. So that is called pranayama. The next 5th element comes is pratyahara, is detachment from the senses. Then 6th element is called dharana, is concentration of the mind, not only the senses. See, you can withdraw from your senses. No, I won't see that, I won't hear that. No, all my concentration here. I will worship Lord. But what about the mind? Mind will be loitering everywhere. That also you need to control. Not only your senses, the mind also should be under control, which is called in dharana stage. Then 7th element is called dhyana, is a process of establishing the mind. Means whatever you're concentrating on, that you just focus and focus and focus. You just take your mind towards that. Then 8th element, the final element is samadhi, is complete union with the Supreme Being in its unconscious state. Totally, you're not aware that you're breathing or you're dead or nothing. You don't know that your body is existing. You go to that level, and that stage is called samadhi. These are the 8 Ashtanga Yoga, 8 limbs of yoga. Yes. Now, Yama, in this 6.10, what is given? He should live alone in a secluded place and should always carefully control his mind. And Niyama is what? In 6.17 it's given. See, here it is not given in order because Krishna was speaking and Arjuna was listening. So it is not like tailor-made, he will talk about Yama first, then he will talk of Niyama. No, it is just a conversation. So we need to find out, Niyama kisme bola hai, and Niyama is put in this shloka, which will be after 7 shlokas, Niyama, about Niyama here said. So it is what Niyama is temperate in his habit of eating, sleeping, working, recreation. Temperate, be moderate. Don't overeat or don't oversleep or don't undereat or undersleep. Don't overwork. I mean, like that. So everything should be on a proper. Then asana, which is said from 11 to 14 is about asana. See, 10 is yama, and after that 11 to 14 is asana. So it is just a conversation. We have to put them in order. Lay kusha grass on the ground. It's a type of a grass, okay? Kusha grass on the ground and then cover it with a deer skin. The seed should be neither be too high nor too low and should be situated in a sacred place. One should hold one's body, the whole body, neck and neck and head erect in a straight line. Can't stoop like this. You have to sit erect forever, like in a straight line, and stare steadily at the tip of the nose. Thus, with an unagitated, subdued mind, devoid of fear, completely free from sex life, one should meditate upon me. This is how it's given as an asana. So some people may ask, why deer skin? That means we'll have to kill an animal and take out the skin. No, it's already there. They will all be placed in a jungle only, So in jungle, what? The wild animals will definitely hunt the lesser what less powerful animal. They will eat them only. So they won't take care of the skin, and the skin alone will be lying. The other flesh part, and they would have eaten, bones will be lying, all these things will be there. So you take out that skin, clean it, and you have to first lay kusha grass, and over that you lay that this deer skin. Why deer skin? It will be little softer, soft. Because once you've decided to do meditation, you'll be sitting for long hours. So even little, chupta hoga, like, something is there, a kankar. So you will feel restless. But once you are in that flow, even that will not affect you. But better make it in such a comfortable place that nothing will hamper your concentration. Then it is neither too high nor too low. Why like that? Too low means any insects or anything is easily will become target of some bites or something will come. Or no, neither too high. Why neither too high? Because there's a chance of falling off. You just go. Sometimes you just do meditation so much that you may fall and you get hurt. So you need not be on the top of the tree or something machan laga and do meditation. There's all chances of falling and breaking your legs. So it should be in a moderate height and just concentration. And wait, you'll have to concentrate on the tip of the nose. Concentrate here like this, and just your eyes will be open. You'll be concentrating on the nose. Somewhere it is given in between the eyebrows. So I'm just wondering where it's not given here. Maybe somewhere else. Pranayama. Okay. It is given in 27 to 28. Oh, it's given in fifth chapter, 27 to 28. Pranayama is already discussed there. Practice stopping the movement of the outgoing breath into the incoming and incoming breath into the outgoing, and thus at last remain in trance, totally in transcendental, just mood you be there, unknowingly, not knowing what is happening around you. Then pratyahara, 6.15 में दिया है, cessation of material existence. Forget that you are existing. Forget your surrounding. Forget that you are there. Tata, Kujaya, nothing. You're just there, concentrating like that. So that is pratyahara, still no highest stage of concentrating mind. Then dharana disciplines his mental activities. Even mentally, once you close eyes, you still keep loitering your mind. No, just control. So discipline the mental activities also. Become situated in transcendence, devoid of all material desire. He is said to have attained yoga, this dharana. Then dhyana. After that, dhyana, still more intense. As a lamp in a windless place does not waver, so the transcendentalist, whose mind is controlled, remains always steady in his meditation on the transcendental self, transcendent self. Yeah. So as you keep a lamp and wind or breeze there, so it will keep glowing. The same way your mind and everything will just keep in the same serene form, and you keep continuing. So that is how such. If you can do that, that is the stage of dhyana. And the last stage is samadhi, 20 to 23. One is never shaken, even in the midst of greatest difficulty. This indeed is actual freedom from all miseries arising from material contact. Yeah, never shaken, even in the midst of greatest difficulty. This is indeed actual freedom from all miseries arising from the material contact. So, my mind, see, I'm reading, but my mind went somewhere. I was wondering whether I put for recording. Otherwise, those students who have left, they may not get to listen. No, already now 10. Abhi kitna tha? Some 15, I think. 12 were there. Now 2 people have gone. So they will not be able to. And the rest of the people who have not come, I'm concerned about them. They will be missing today's class. So my mind went there, but only my mouth read. So there's no coordination. So again, I read. This is how our mind works, no? It doesn't stay in one place. It keeps jumping from here and here. So are you willing to give this yoga system a try? Yes, we can give a try. And how it can be done, and slowly we will learn how it should be done. So for example, Arjuna, when he was small, how he was learning. During Guru Dronacharya's training, Arjuna's mind focused on the target of the bird's eye. All the children were given training. Everybody was asked, what are you seeing? You're supposed to hit the bird's eye. Don't worry, it is not animal activities. Anybody from our group, don't raise the voice, how can they kill animal and all. It's only wooden thing. So that is how they give training. Focus on it. Like we have dart game. Children have played dart game. Same time. So when others were asked, they were saying, yeah, we could see the tree and leaves and branches, flowers and all. Only Arjuna, what did he see? He saw only the bird on the top of the branch, and he was concentrating only on the eye. Are you able to see the beak? No, I can see only the eye, only at the left eye, which I'm supposed to hit. That much focus he was. So he was focused on the target of bird's eye. And then Arjuna and his brothers, there is a picture. Yeah. Arjuna and his brothers remained focused on their goals and more prepared during their 13 years exile for the challenges that lay ahead. All the 13 years they just went tolerating, because they know once they come out of this, there will be many more challenges which they have to face. So they held so, like focused, totally focused. Yes, we'll all be united. We will fight it out. So that is how one need to be focused. Then Arjuna focused to shoot an arrow. I think yesterday I discussed it. So he was like seeing the reflection in the water pool, down, but he was hitting a bird. And that bird is in, below that bird is one shakkar, it has spikes and it's moving. So he has to, exactly the timing has to be such that two spikes ke beech se jana hai. The moment the spike comes, then if it hits the spike, the arrow will come down. So he has to, in between the spike, when this is moving, so in between the spike, it has to go and it will hit. So Arjuna was focused so much that exactly that particular time he will release the bow and it will hit the target. So Arjuna focused to shoot an arrow at the eye of a fish placed on a wheel rotating on the ceiling, looking at its reflection in the pool of water. So that is how he was so very powerful, very focused. There are two, these stories are also there about the focusing. Story of Lord Parshuram. I'll just read quickly. Lord Parshuram's family had, or anybody else wants to read, I've removed the law. If anybody is interested in reading the story, can read. Hare Krishna, whoever is free. Hare Krishna 1, Hare Krishna 2, Hare Krishna 3. Okay. Lord Parshuram's family had a celestial cow. Okay. This celestial cow is very nice, pious. All cows are pious only, but then they had the powerful, godly, this celestial cow called Surabhi, which gave all they desired. A king named Kartavirya Arjuna of High dynasty learns about it and wants it. Then he feels, oh, I would like to have that, So what he does, but the sage refuses to give the cow. So while Parshurama is away from the hut, the king takes it by force. He says, loot kar diya. Then Parshurama learns about this crime and challenges the king to battle. Will let us meet in the battle. Then we want, how can you just take away our power and all? So we'll meet in the battle. And yes, Nirvaya Karma, Mathaji, you want to read? Continue from here. Parshurama defeats. Thank you,
Yes, Madam. Just speaking.
Parshurama defeats.
Hello.
Hare
Yes. Parshurama defeats and kills the king. He brings back the cow. Even though he fought against evil, his father wasn't happy with him and asked him to go on a pilgrimage to expiate his sins. While he was away, his entire family is killed by Kartavya, Arjun's son. Kartavya, Arjun's son. So, Parshurama again picks up his axe and kills them. Also, many warriors in retaliation. Lord Parshurama was the incarnation of Lord Vishnu and has the responsibilities of wiping out the evil powers from the earth. Parshurama's focus was on his goal was unwavering, and he trained tirelessly to become a skilled warrior. He practiced intense meditation and austerities and obtained powerful weapons and divine blessings from Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva. In his quest for vengeance, and was able to achieve his goal and avenge his father's death.
So that is how focus. Once you're focused in your act, then you can win the war or win, whatever you are planned. So one need to be focused. This is one story. We can see another story of Naranarayana. If anybody else wants to read, they can take part. And Nirvair Mathaji, if you would want to continue, you can also continue.
Yes, I can continue.
Yeah, continue.
Nar and Narayana were two sages who were known for their...
Sharvari Mataji has raised hand. We'll give her a chance. Okay. You can take some other story. Okay. Yes, Sharvari Mataji, please take.
Hare Krishna, Mathaji.
Hare Krishna.
Nara and Narayana were two sages who were known for their extraordinary powers and wisdom. They were believed to be the reincarnations of Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva. They were performing a penance in the Himalayas when the demon king Sahasra Kavacha attacked them with his army. The two sages did not waver and remained focused on their goal of completing their penance. Even when Sahasra Kavacha used his Brahmastra that could destroy the entire universe, Nara and Narayana were determined to complete their penance and were protected by the divine energy of their meditation. The demon king was finally defeated and the two sages emerged victorious. Their unwavering focus on their goal of completing their penance, despite the challenges and obstacles that came their way, earned them the respect and admiration of the gods and goddesses. The story of Naranarayan teaches us the importance of staying focused on our goals even in the face of adversity. No matter how difficult the journey may be, if we remain steadfast in our determination and focus, we can achieve anything we set our minds to.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Self-explanation.
Krishna.
You know to explain. It is like a story. So when you read a story, you understand better instead of just explaining. So story, you know, there was two stories I put, and you could read, and you yourself, everybody must have got the knowledge of, got an idea like what how to remain focused and what they get when you are focused and keep yourself calm and all, you'll achieve the whatever you desire. Yes, thank you both.
Mathaji, just a little question.
Yeah, please
Like
ask.
last time I went to Badrinath and they said Narayana was the incarnation of Arjun and Vishnu. Now they are saying in this story they are saying it's a incarnation of Lord Vishnu and Shiva. Which one is like
No,
the?
earlier, when you went there, what did they say? Incarnation of?
When I went to Badrinath, they said Narayana was the incarnation of Arjun and Vishnu.
Yeah, even I had read that. Correct. I don't know. See, this
Yes.
I have taken from internet only. So we need to actually check. Then we'll have to see whether Arjun and
Yes, I got confused between these two. Like in
actually,
this story, they are saying it's
after you said
incarnation.
no, after you said,
Sorry?
I remember somewhere I had read that only. Narayan is Arjun, and I think somewhere even I think Prabhupada's.
Yes, while they were fighting, and one used to rest and other used to fight. Like this was the story.
Maybe we'll have to find out. See, all this internet also. Somebody must have put all these write-ups, okay? And we take it. So, but we should see exactly what is given from which scripture or some exercise we have to do and conclude. So I don't know. I need to try. But I have read that, what you said, no? Narayana is
Yes.
Krishna's. Yes, I remembered now.
Yes.
Thank you, Mathaji. We'll just find out. And that's what I need your help also in between. You people can put some inputs and we will learn it from each other's thoughts. Like, okay, so now we'll go to the proper class. Om Shri Krishnaya Paramatmane Namaha Dhyana Yoga Ata Sashto Dhyaya 6th chapter. Okay, this is one. Anybody wants to read the shlokas? Nirvair Kaur or Sharvari Mataji, anybody, both of you? Shloka is not comfortable? Then you can lower your hand.
Not comfortable with slopes.
No. Then I will take up. No, absolutely no. Take your own time. But we will have all those sessions. After 18 days course, we have shloka classes. We have bhajan classes. All this free of cost. Soumya Mata. Yes, Soumya Mata is back. Yes, Mata, you can take up. Yes. Hare Krishna. Oh, unlocked, Mataji. Everybody's unlocked. You can take up.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Anashitah Karmaphalam Karyam Karma Karoti Yaha Sanyasi cha Yogi cha Nirnachakriyaha.
Very nice. So the Supreme Person here, what is it? Before practicing advanced stages of Ashtanga Yoga, one must be purified by the practice of NISHKAMA KARMA YOGA. Ashtanga Yoga, ekdam jump marega to udhar jump marega. But the practical, the basic level we won't do. No, it can't be done. The 18 days course is a must. When you have to go to advanced level, 18 days course is a must. Then you can keep doing. So that will be like a foundation. The same thing. First, we need to have that NISHKAMA KARMA YOGA has to be practiced. Thoroughly practice in such a way that you can go to Ashtanga Yoga and that path will become easier for you to do. Ekdam se jump to Ashtanga Yoga, it will be difficult. Therefore, Lord Krishna glorifies NISHKAMA KARMA YOGA in the first two verses. So that is what first one you read. So here, God says, one who is unattached to the fruits of his work and one who works as he is obligated, he is in the renounced order of life. For example, this farmer we are seeing. Every day he goes to the farm. What is he doing? Same work he will do. Today, what extra growth is there, or some what wheat or any grains is? No, every day he will go, he will sow, and he will do whatever is duty, he has to perform every day. Morning he will go, evening he will be back, without expecting anything in return. So that is also a sannyasi. Involved which order of life he is leading, he is also in the sannyasi mode of, or in that order he is in. So this person can be said sannyasi, and not this person who is looking like a sannyasi, but what he does, nor he who lights no fire. No fire means what? He doesn't do no yajna, this, yagam, yajna, tapas and all, he doesn't do. What he thinks, no fire and performs no duty. Only robes and all, then he must be thinking, oh no, kitna saal ho gaya, almost 10, 15 years I have been doing this. Now I'm in a senior stage. So I need not have to do that basic level of, the japa, tapa and all that, yajna and all, I need not have to do. I've been doing for all these years. That is all for junior people who have to do. Now I'll just relax. From my mind, I can think of, no, that cannot be done at all. So you need to always do your normal nitya karma. We say, no, that we have to keep doing. Getting up early, doing this japa, doing yajna, whatever is prescribed for that stage, you need to continue doing. So actually, to see, this person becomes a sannyasi, he's practicing sannyasa yoga and not person like this. No, both lead to renunciation of sense gratification. What is it? 6.2. Okay. Yeah, who's reading? Nirvair Kaur Mathaji, you want to read? Lord Krishna, Nirvair Mathaji.
Yes, Hare Krishna Mathaji.
Yeah, please.
It's,
Oh, why it's coming like this?
it's a shloka.
6.2. Are you able to
Yam
see?
yanasam it purified yogam tam vidhi pandava na thaye asna yate
Wait.
sankalpo yogi bhagavati kaskana.
You need to take your practice, Mataji, then you can start.
Yes.
Okay. No, not in a hurry. Just take your own time and then say correctly. Okay. Soumya Mataji wants to give a try. You want to give a try?
Yes, okay, I will try.
I'll Nirvair Mataji, I'll lower your hand. Okay. Lower. Yeah. Soumya Mataji, you can take.
Okay.
But you should be quick, Mataji. Too many slides, and today my net also had problem. It gave me some net. Pura power went off.
Okay.
Yes.
Yam sanyasamiti yam sanyasamiti prayur yogam tam.
Wait. I'll read. It's okay. Like certain verses will be very little tongue twisting or not very comfortable. So I will read, no problem. Yam sanyasamiti prahur yogam tam vidhi pandava nahya sanyasta sankalpo yogi bhavati kaschana. Because I am also very comfortable reading Sanskrit. When it comes to English, little that high A and all, when it comes, and I get confused. It is Sanskrit is yes, it is that Devanagari language. I mean that lipi, so it is very easy to read. Okay, now here continue. Bhagavan is continuing to say what is called renunciation. You should know to be the same as yoga, or linking oneself with the Supreme. O son of Pandu, for one can never become a yogi unless he renounces the desire for sense gratification. Once you have the desire in the material life, you have so many things to attract, So once you get attracted towards that, the such person will never become yogi. For a yogi, a person who wants to become a yogi, what he has to do? He has to link himself with the Lord, with mind and thoughts and all. And also he should be away. He should have rejection for the material desire. He should renounce himself from the desire of material objects or material anything. So you should not give importance to material gratification. So Bhakti Yoga, to become attached to Krishna and work for him, thus controlling his mind and senses. That is Bhakti Yoga. And what is Ashtanga Yoga? To give up attachment to the fruits of work. Don't expect the, not expecting the result. Control the senses, focus the mind within. That is what two things are given. Yes. Yeah. Now I think shall I continue reading, or in case you want to read, you can raise it. Okay. Bandhur atmatmanastasya yenatmaiva atmanajitah anatmanastu shatrutve vartetatmaiva shatruva. There are plenty of more than 65 slides are there. So I said 4:30. Now I think it will become 5 o'clock. Hardly anybody, 10 people have joined. People are, I think, getting bored because of that, I'm dragging the class. Anyway, यहाँ पे क्या दिया है? For him who has conquered the mind is the best of friends. But for one who has failed to do so, his mind will remain the greatest enemy. So what is important here? The mind. The mind has to be, we have to train the mind that it should be under our control. Mind will ask for anything. Look at that movie, or that video game, or see something, this and all that and all. But you should tell your eyes, no, right now you are in Bhagavad Gita class, concentrate here, just look here on the slide. Your ears may be asking for some music or something. No, your your tongue will be asking to taste something very relishing in the afternoon, what coffee or something. No, just wait, let the class get over. So you need to tell your mind, no. Just have the habit of saying, whatever it may ask, you have to say, no. There's a time for doing everything. You may feel like a little lazy, want to sleep. No, this is not the time to sleep. After Bhagavad Gita class, you go and sleep. So all this, the mind has to be controlled. Once you control the mind, what happens? The mind will be your best of friends. Or else if you let him loose, if you let your mind be loose, it will capture. Then it will make you the servant. It will order, and you'll have to say, okay, I'll please you. I'll try to pacify you. So for one who has failed to do so, his mind will remain the greatest enemy. This is very important lesson for everybody. 6.16. Nati ashnastu atu yogo asti na chaikantam anashnatah na chati swapnashilasya jagrato naiva cha Arjuna. There is no possibility of one's becoming a yogi, or Arjuna, if one eats too much, or he eats too little, sleeps too much, or does not sleep at all, does not sleep enough. So such people, maine pura jagaran kiya, I didn't eat at all, and I didn't sleep at all. And people do that only to showcase, to tell others, see how great I am. That is what, there's a rajogud. You're showing off your power or whatever you did, and everybody has, oh, great, people want to praise you. But that is not, uniting with the Lord. God is saying, be comfortable. So even in Acharyas here, when you say, main japa karte karte mujhe neend aata hai, he said, then you sleep. Your body is asking. See, everywhere, every time, our body indicates what we lack, what we need, but we neglect it. We neglect, and one find it happens like becomes bhutakar, big, and it gives us a disease. Then you take pills and all that. But in the initial stage, we are not bothered to listen to the body. The body says no. When you have totally, taken rest and all, your body will never ask for more sleep. The body has taken enough rest. You are always awake and fresh. Then do japa, because there are many people will complain, oh, japa karte karte mujhe neend aa jata hai. Then he said, then leave the japa, beats, sleep well, then you start. Then you will be fresh. You can't do both together. So that is how we need to respect our body also, but not that senses. The senses may ask anything, but body will tell when you are tired and all that. Accordingly, see, you should eat to live and not live to eat. That also we know. So we have to eat just to maintain the body to worship the Lord, and not eat so much like, you forget Lord and you just go to sleep. So this is translation and purport by Divine Grace. Abhechara Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada is given in 6.16 ka translation purport. Yeah. 6.24. I'll just quickly read because the time is up and be late. Sa nishayena yuktavyo yogo anirvinna chetasa sankalpa prabhavam kamam satyaktva sarvan aseshatah manasaibendriya gramam viniyamya samantatah. One should engage oneself in the practice of yoga with determination and faith, and not be deviated from the path. Like you people have decided to attend 3 p.m. Come what may. So we will somehow see to it that at 3 p.m. we'll just put it on Zoom and we will attend this class. So that is how the determination should be. All these 18 days you have decided to attend the class. So even yoga practice should be that. So the determination to do, and the faith in the Lord, that is also should be there. Not for showing to people like, I'm just doing it. It is not for that. Yoga has to be done just to please the Lord. And not be deviated. You should not get deviated from that one. 2 din kiya, then 3rd day you get bored. Then 5th day, 2 din I took break. No, let me attend the class. That will have you won't get the connection between the 3rd chapter and the 6th chapter and all. You need to continuously follow a pattern, systematic study, then only you will understand. So one should abandon without exception all material desires, born of mental speculation, and thus control all senses on all the sides of the on all sides by the mind. By this, there will be many things available to distract you from this path, because we are in the material world. So material things, material desire, you will have some desire to attain. No harm in having some desire to have it, but our focus should be to please the Lord. That should be there. But it's not that you're now going to dress up or, do just remain a sannyasi. No, you have to have, but not too much of desire that आना ही है, मुझे मिलना ही है. That we should not have. And born of born of some mental speculation, you should not do. Mind should be focused. Mind and senses should be controlled. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mayi pashyati tasyaham na pranashyami sachamena pranashyati pashyati, seeing. And then pranashyati, for one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me. So confusing this, na? See, we know God is pervaded everywhere. So whatever he sees, like he sees a tree, oh God, such a big tree, who is watering them? I have always, wondered, during summer and it will be scorching heat. Then, then only the rain comes, right? Once the rain goes, especially in India, we have the seasonal rains. After the rain goes, what happens? It will be winter, then summer. Still the tree is just surviving. All the trees in wild places, that jungle and who is watering them? Apna ghar mein chota sa plant, if you don't water, it just wither. Too much of water, it dries. I mean, it just out of too much of water, it goes bad. So very difficult to maintain one pot mein one small plant, but these in jungles and how they survive. There's always, I have always wondered those things. So you have to understand that everywhere God is there to take care. So one who sees God everywhere and sees everything in me. God is pervaded everywhere. We are all in the whole universe. He is there, and we're all inside that universe. So we're all one who sees that. I am never lost to them, and nor he is lost to me. So such a person is always remembering God. Whatever he sees an ant. Yes, see, usme bhi ek atma hai, usme bhi ek paramatma hai. I'm not supposed to harm him, because the paramatma will get angry, because the same paramatma is residing in me also. So it's all this thought, so you become harmless to any living being. So that ends in what? Even fork and knife you will leave. You won't eat anything, to kill animal, and that thing will also go away once you see from this angle. So in that case, he will never be lost. Lost means what? He will never forget me, and I will also not forget him. I will also remember him. He is waiting to reciprocate. How much ever you do bhakti, in whatever form, you just remember him and thank him and worship him. He's waiting to take us to his abode. So he said, come. He's giving all options. You can find in so many shlokas, he says, definitely he will come to me. Definitely. I'm Satyam te, what? Satyam te priyosime. Some and all, he says, I'm promising you. He says, I'm promising you, I'll take you in my abode. So when God says it, we have to believe. Like for these gopis, they have such a devotion for the Lord. Each gopi felt that Krishna is actually dancing with me. He is with me. He's not with anybody else. See, I'm dancing with him. The other gopi also feels the same thing. Oh God, I'm so lucky. Krishna is with me. I'm dancing with him. So each gopi they were never envious with others and all that. They always total faith in the Lord that Krishna is with us. So we have to pashyati. We need to see from that angle that God is there everywhere, and we are, everywhere is pervaded, and what he sees everything in me, in God only. The entire universe is of him, and we are all inside that. Yeah. Chanchalam himana Krishna pramati balavadridam tasyaham nigraham manye mayo ivasu dushkaram. For the mind is restless. Yes, God says, Arjuna says, oh God, the mind is so turbulent and so restless. I can't, because once I said, no, I was just reading. Suddenly my mind went, oh God, I put for, second time when I got connected, I put for this, recording. Because otherwise it will be a session wasted, right? And I'm not getting any indication that I'm recording. So my mind went there. I was just reading, my mouth was reading, but my concentration was then over. The mind has gone, already traveled somewhere. This is what mind is very quick and just keeps loitering. That is its nature. So for the mind is restless and turbulent, obstinate and very strong. Okay, this Arjuna is saying. Oh, Krishna, and to subdue it, I think, is more difficult than controlling the wind. So controlling the wind, storm and all comes. Even that can be done through some force. But mind ko control karna is very difficult, he says. And what Krishna says, Sri Bhagavan Vacha, Asamshayam Mahabaho, Manodurnigraham Chalam, Abhyasena tu Kaunteya, Vairagena cha Grihyate. Means he says, Bhagavan says, Asamshayam, no doubt at all. What you say is right. Mahabaho, the powerful man. Yes, asamshayam, manodur nigraham chalam, abhyasena. So how to overcome it? Only through abhyas. Keep, repeating. Just practice, and be detached. Then you will win over this. So Lord Shri Krishna says, oh mighty, I am son of Kunti. It is undoubtedly very difficult. Yes, I agree. Mind is turbulent. Doesn't stay in one place. Keeps like monkey jumps to curb the restless mind. But it is possible by suitable practice and by detachment. Just cut off all your attachment to material desires and not focus on me. For always when you do that, by practicing that, you will, by a particular stage will come where you can control the mind. Yes. The example of mind ka control, it's like a wild fire in the jungle. When small fire somewhere, the entire forest will be burned to ashes. It's like an aeroplane. It just passes. It's like sun and it's like a rocket and all that. So mind is like fire. When controlled, it can make miracles happen. When out of control, it can burn down everything inside. Mind can make up physically sick. That is BP, diabetes, ulcers, Alzheimer's disease, Alzheimer's disorder, everything. All this mind can, it will make you physically sick also. Or it can cure majority of diseases known to mankind, like placebo effect. What is placebo effect? If anybody knows, it is like, when you visit doctor, every time you visit doctor, he says, if he keeps saying, no, nothing to worry, yaar, it's normal, you go, nothing, then you won't value the doctor. When you go to a doctor, you always expect it, he will change the medicine. Hare Krishna. I got some sound. Yeah, you all be on mute, okay? So, we respect the doctor only when he changes the medicine. Oh, no, you changed the medicine. I think now this will work. So there's something which tells in our mind that this medicine is not working. So the doctor, if he changes the medicine, you get a feeling, it is working. Or you're okay if he says no, then we don't accept. Then he will just fold our hand and that BP, pulse and all, you'll have to check. So at least for our sake, you will do it. Or somebody like, in our own house, old people and all, very sick and all. Or get that, tell that doctor, they won't be able to walk. So let's say, get some medicine, Baba, my body ache or something is not, I'm getting that pain and all. Even if you couldn't go to doctor, just buy some ordinary paracetamol or something. You give them, doctor, ask them to eat this, you'll feel better. Oh, did you go there? Did he say that? Half the disease gone for them. And then when they have it, you ask them, after half an hour, oh, how do you feel? Yeah, what a relief. No pain on my body. But enough, just to tell them, this is placebo effect. The mind, you have to change the mind. Just talk to them sweetly, change their mind in the positive way, and they will feel everything is getting cured. So all this physical sicknesses can be created by the mind, or it can destroy. If all this, no disease will come, they will feel positive only because of mind. So you need to keep our mind always active and focused. And what is one of the ways? Meditation. Yes, now this is the Bhakti Yoga. What is that? All other yogas are progression towards the destination of Bhakti Yoga. What we learned in the first 6 chapters, Karma Yoga, how to do karma. Karma means actions. We read in detail in 3rd chapter and all, and 4th chapter continued. All about karma we learned. And what karma with, of course, Bhakti. So karma means action. We talked about action. Then we moved ahead we started climbing the stairs to reach the Lord. Okay. Then Jnana Yoga, we started learning Bhagavad Gita. Thoda, we are able to grasp that also. Then we are climbing and now we have come to Ashtanga Yoga. Yes, that also we are able to understand. And slowly it will culminate in what? In Bhakti Yoga. So does that mean that right from beginning there's no Bhakti? No. From here also there was Bhakti. But karma ke saath how to do, bhakti ke saath how you do action. Bhakti ke saath how you, acquire knowledge. Ashtanga Yoga also along with Bhakti only. And a final stage will be total of Bhakti Yoga. So this is the hierarchy. Her destination is Bhakti Yoga. Yeah. Asamyattatmano yogo dushprapa iti me matihi vasyatmana tu yatatas shakyo avaptum upayatah. Yes. For one whose mind is unbridled, self-realization is difficult to work. If you're not focused, if you're not unbridled in it, if you're not focused. So for them to realize what is self, what are we, it can never happen because can't concentrate. But he whose mind is controlled and who strives by appropriate means is assured of success. That is my opinion. That Bhagavan would say. He said, one who is focused, yes, their path will be the same. But if you're not focused, your path will be like this, like this, like this. You will never reach the destination. See, for them to succeed and reach the Lord will be impossible. But mind is diverted, go there, go here, and all. So, but you need to be focused. Such people will be, they are assured of success. This is what God says. And he says that, Mati Mama, that is my opinion. So how are we to treat our mind? Is the mind a friend or an enemy? We need to answer that. If you say enemy, that means you're controlling. I mean, you're not controlling it. You're just feeding him. Whatever the mind says, yes, okay, Baba, you go ahead. Yes, you want to eat, okay, eat. You want to sleep at whatever, yes, you can sleep. Anything you say, yes, 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 it becomes your greatest enemy, like a devil. It will be like. Or else it will be like a yes, master. He will just listen to your orders. When you control him, it will be like a master. It will be like our servant. Yeah, then there are 3 more shlokas here. Arjuna Vacha, Ayati, all this are not very, I mean, I won't say not very important, not required for level 1, but I don't want to delete it. So I just let it remain. Arjuna Vacha, Ayati Shraddayopeto, Yoga Chalita Manasaha, Aprapya Yoga Samsiddhim, Kam Gatim, Krishna Gachati. Arjuna said, oh Krishna, what is the destination of unsuccessful transcendentalists? There are many yogis who do all these practices. Oh, my class. I have to tell them 5:30. Just 1 second. My 4:30 class report. Just 1 second. I'm thinking there's something I'm missing. Saturday, Sunday is this problem now. Power went. I forgot to put it message. Krishna, Krishna. Yeah. I forgot to mention the class or that message also. So many things happening like anyway, Hare Krishna. So Arjuna says, oh Krishna, what is the destination of unsuccessful transcendentalism? Like we are all in Bhakti Yoga. But what will happen before the death comes to us in this Janma? But we are trying our best to reach the Lord's abode, but we are unable to do. So what happens to such people? And who in the beginning takes to the process of self-realization with faith, but who later deceases due to worldly mindedness, but he is not able to continue. Like in our class also, first day so many people came. They're unable to do it. It is difficult to take up any task like this, especially spiritual class. It's very difficult because we give least importance to that. Because of other factors, the worldly matters are so very important to us. We give less importance to this. So, I mean, it is not unnatural or something. It is very obvious, and especially in Kali Yuga, it is very much. So it is actually surprising how you people come. It is the other way around. So this is like, so other things become very important to us. And so in the beginning takes you the process of self-realization with faith, but who later deceased due to worldly mindedness. I'm sorry. And thus does not attain perfection in mysticism. Then he doesn't become perfect in learning whatever he's learning. Adha suna, adha nahi suna. Then 2 days he didn't come. Then third day he come. We can't correlate. But he's just learning. So there's no perfection doesn't come in that. Then he says, Prapya punya kritam lokan ushitva sashwati samaha suchinam shrimatam gehe yoga brashto bijayate. The unsuccessful yogi, after many, many years of enjoyment on the planets of the pious living entities, he is born into a family of righteous people or in a family of rich aristocracy. Means what? So in that case, that yogi, what he does, after leaving up this body, he must have accumulated so much of punya or whatever. Then he will go to the loka, upper loka, enjoy all that, and then he will be born again. But where? He will be born into an aristocratic family, nice, very wealthy family, or very, nice, righteous people who are on the this path, spiritual path. So as like Prahlad Maharaj. So as when he was in mother's womb itself, he was able to hear Bhagavatam and all that scriptural studies and all. Like that family, in that family, the child will be born. And then 6.42. Athava yoginam eva kule bhavati dhimatam etadhi durlabhattaram loke janma yat idrisham. Yes. Or if unsuccessful after long practice of yoga, he does yoga, yogic practice, he does long practice, and he takes birth in a family. Such a person is unable to reach the destination. Again, he has to take birth. But where he will be born? He takes his birth in a family of transcendentalists. That is too much of in total bhakti ka gar rahega na, like great acharyas family, that way, who are surely great in wisdom. Certainly such a birth is rare in this world. Prabhupada writes about this, that he was born in such a nice family. So possibly earlier I would have done some good punya karma, so that in this janma I've born to such a parent, and a nice family. And after having taken birth in that family also, he continued so much. Even at the age of 16 and 70, he felt like going abroad all alone without any money support or this support, human also. But he could do what he wanted with the help of course, God's grace was there. So this is how people will be born in such a transcendentalist family. Very important verse. Yoginam api sarvesham madgatenantar atmana shraddhavan bhajate yomam same yukta tamo matah. And of all yogis, the one with great faith who always abides in me, thinks of me within himself, and renders transcendental loving service to me. He is the most intimately united with me in yoga and is the highest of all. That is my opinion. Again, yoga means don't think exercise. No, yoga means in bhakti, he's just united with me in his thoughts. So that is how. So he says, of all the yogis, so many yogis are there, but still there are some yogis who are with total great faith, who always abides in me and always, gets up like Prabhupada. You can take example of him for every this. He gets up, 2 o'clock will be his good morning. Okay. He gets up and then what he writes? He writes, either he does japa or he will write the translation part. Again, 8 o'clock or 6 o'clock, he does arti and all. He himself used to make bhog, that prasad. He should make it and offer it to the Lord and distribute to people. Not that itna thoda sa banaya. He used to make in huge quantity. So that is how he had been leading his life for even before his death. He was, as long as he was, he was able to stand and do work. He was doing that, continuing doing that. So and such soul will be most intimately united with me in yoga, and is the highest of all such. This is my opinion. God says, this is my opinion. Such people are very closer to me. So definitely their destination is what? After this life, definitely they would have reached the God somewhere. Yes. Now coming to the all shloka part, but there are still I think 15 minutes it will take it. Om Tat Saditi Srimad Bhagavad Gita Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Dhyana Yoga Nama Sashto Dhyaya. So we completed Dhyana Yoga. And now what is the summary of this? The process of mystic yoga entails cessation of material activities. Cessation is put a halt. Material activities ka halt. Yani what? Mentally don't get attached to that. Not physically doing things. Do it, but thought will be on the Lord. Yet the true mystic is not he who performs no duty. He's not a dude. Once he stops doing yajna, tapas and all that, then he's not a true yogi. A real yogi works according to duty without attachment to the results or a desire for sense gratification. He doesn't do anything for his personal benefit, but he do it as a duty. Right from first when he started doing the japa tapa, he will still continue to do that. Though he may be a big acharya, a big king, like Prabhupada said 16 rounds, he himself is to do 16 rounds. He has never said, it was only for you followers. Okay, I used to say, I've already done 16 times, so many times. Now I'm relaxing. Only you people have to do. He didn't say that. 16 rounds means it's compulsory for everybody, including Prabhupada. And our center head, everybody will do 16 rounds every day. So that is how we have to practice. So real yoga entails meeting the Supreme Soul within the heart and following his dictation. This is achieved with the help of control mind. Through knowledge and realization, one becomes unaffected by the dualities of material existence. Heat, cold, honor, dishonor, nothing will affect him. He will be the normal, like Samadarshina, yesterday we saw, no? Like that. And then by regulation of eating, sleeping, work, and recreation, the yogi gains control over his body, mind, and activities, and becomes steady in his meditation on the transcendental self. So means what? One should not overeat or oversleep or overwork or over recreation, overindulge in this activities, just to relaxation. Such people will not be, they will never become yogi. They cannot understand, become steady in meditation. Yeah. Ultimately, he achieves samadhi, characterized by the ability to relish transcendental pleasure through transcendental sense. The highest yogi is he who always thinks of Krishna, the Supreme Soul. Such people are called yogi. Yes, tomorrow what are we going to see? Knowing Krishna in full by hearing about him. Little, just okay, now, yeah. It will be little difficult to understand, but we will see. Knowing Krishna as the source of both the material and spiritual energies. Then we will talk about three modes controlled by Krishna. What is that? Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna will be controlled by the Lord, and therefore we need to surrender to the Lord because he is all the powerful controller. Now the impious lack knowledge and never surrender to Krishna. Impious means the people, atheists, who don't believe in God and who don't believe in scriptures and all, they never surrender. The pious develop knowledge and they surrender. And then Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha, that also is very important. Such devotees are very, very rare. So you can imagine the rarest category, we all fall. Okay. So let us maintain that. Let us not go to the Aam Janta. Let us be, odd man out, you can say, but in a proper sense. Then others who have no knowledge, those who surrender to demigods, those people are little less intelligent. They don't, in spite of all this thing, again, they will go back to demigods. They will ask, there's nothing wrong, but you should just understand everything. Abhi Ganpati aayega. You do Ganpati puja and everything. But back of your mind, you should understand Krishna is all. See, Mahabharata, all the Mahabharata is written by Ganpati only. And that was told to him, okay, you should continue writing. And no, you should understand and write whatever you're writing. You should get convinced that what you're writing is, convinced. Yes, I am agreed to that. And you should continue writing. So that was told to him and he was writing. So this is how. So all these demigods are all controlled by the Supreme Lord, who is Krishna. Once you have that knowledge, then you can worship Lakshmi, Saraswati, all that, Muruga and Ganpati or Ayyappa, any name, or Kali, anything you can. So those who surrender to demigods are, but they are little less into because they forget the main root, but they go to the subsidiary branches. Those who are impersonalists, like Advaitic principle and all, they are all. So my wisdom, okay. The bewilderment of living entity and his freedom through knowledge of Krishna. We are all bewildered soul. We just get confused for every reason. And then how you get the freedom from all this? Only by learning more about Krishna, by knowledge of Krishna. This is what tomorrow we will see. Now we will go to some important slides. Different yoga practices for different yugas. I think yesterday we did it. Srimad Bhagavatam 12.3.52. In Satya Yoga, what is given? Krite yad dhyayato vishnam, dhyan karna hai. Krita means in Satya Yoga. Krita yad dhyayato vishnam, tretayam yajato makaihi yajna. In Treta Yuga, for worship means you need to do yajna, keep doing yajna. And that will be so much of efforts. So many things have to be put in the yajna and all. Then Dwapare Paricharyayam. Dwapara Yuga, it is only temple worship. There will be entire